welcome or welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading with some advice for relationships. This is going to be advice for all kinds of relationships, not just love, so please forgive me if you are watching for love and career messages come up, or you're watching for friendship and love messages come up, or whatever. I've got 3 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the Labradorite. Group 2 is the Apatite. And group 3 is the Angelite. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. You're welcome to watch for as many different relationships as you like, and I recommend choosing a different group for each one. You can find the timestamps below, and you can also find details of my personal readings if you'd like more information about a specific relationship or anything else. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the Labradorite. Let's see what cards you have. From the Secret Language of Animals Oracle, you have Salmon, Faith, Determination, Independence, Change. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Earth and Ground. From the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians Oracle, you have Hecate, Past Life Healing. From the Good Karma Tarot, you have the Tower, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. It feels like there may be some people who you have a bit of a difficult time with, who you might want to talk to get some stuff out there, or to clear some stuff away. Like, it feels like you might want to blow up at someone, you might want to share your anger with someone. I also feel like you may have been struck by Cupid's arrow suddenly and find yourself daydreaming about someone and find yourself falling in love out of the blue or something along those lines. And I feel like it may be with someone from a past life, and you may be wanting to push away the attraction right now but still daydreaming about the person, not wanting to actually physically see them or spend time with them, but wanting to still think about them. I feel like it may be good for you to daydream a little longer and imagine how things are going to go. I'm not sure if someone has a love letter that they need to respond to, or if there is a particular idea you have to communicate with someone. This person might be someone you really admire and look up to. They might be someone who's very lucky, or they're in a very lucky position in life. I feel like they've got your heart beating and they give you really good feelings, and you might have not expected to feel like this about someone. But I am seeing this energy of you maybe pushing it away, and it might be to do with something that happened in a past life or something along those lines. It feels like you may have some personal stuff to deal with that is traumas and things that you need to clear away before you can let this love in. But I feel like it's very possible for you, and I feel like you're going to be really excited to do it because of the potential in this relationship. It feels like it's really exciting. It's your dream person. They're really special. They're really good looking. They're the kind of person I feel like you shouldn't push them away, and you shouldn't push the attraction away. And they might change you in a really good way if you let them. I feel like this relationship can change you in a good way if you let it. And even if you're feeling anger, I feel like anger can change relationships in a positive way, but you have to use it right. You might want to imagine the results you want to see from the situation before you do anything. It's anger for no reason is not going to help you, but if you have a particular problem with your partner, and it's they keep doing a particular thing and it's really angering you, and you can imagine the relationship being better if they just check themselves on that behavior. It's the kind of thing where I feel like you should let your anger out. For some people, it also might be letting your anger out to people to cut them off so that you don't feel so angry all the time, because it feels like you're maybe missing out on good relationships because of bad relationships. It's you've got all these damaging, toxic, draining people in your universe, and it feels like they're preventing you from having moments by yourself, first of all, and also putting you in a bad mood all the time and making you maybe want to run away from people in general. I feel like some of you guys, you're really happy on your own, but when you're with other people, you feel defensive and stressed and put upon and under pressure. And it might be the sort of people you have around you are the kind of people that use you, or they just want you for the wrong reasons, or they're just argumentative, angry, kind of stressful people. I do feel like you may currently find that your situations that you have are not going to last very long, and they're the kind of ones to maybe clear away and get rid of so that you have space to be on your own and to be independent, to be able to find people. It's like, say if you have the wrong partner and they're always with you, it's going to be really impossible for someone new to pick you and go with you because they see you with the partner, so they're not going to look at you if they're a good person. It's like they'll think, oh, they're taken, so I'm not going to look at them or I'm not going to try with them. So if you are in the wrong relationship and you're with someone who does make you angry all the time, and you can't really see like a good solution apart from being on your own and being away from this person, or being with someone else who's like your dream person, I do recommend maybe like sharing your feelings no matter how shocking or destructive they might be, like no matter how much the relationship's shaken up by your true feelings. It feels important for you to get some independence and space and distance from others. It feels like you do need to protect yourself from bad people. Like you have people who push you over the edge, I want to say, to the point where you're angry and you can't maybe get out of your anger for a while. And it feels like you need to clear those energies away and protect yourself from them so that you can get around the right people. I also want to say, if you're always like going to like the wrong places and attracting the wrong people and then later not liking the relationship with them, it could be friends, it could be networks, it could be network people, it could also be romantic partners or like sexual partners. I do feel like there may need to be some like serious changes to the like places you go or the way that you conduct yourself, because it feels like you might be gathering a lot of people who are attracted to you but only attracted to you in theory. Like they like what they see on the surface, but you don't actually let them get to know you. And I feel like they wouldn't like the real you and you wouldn't like the real them. It's like maybe you only like them for what's on the surface. And I feel like you might find that once you do get to know people, they really surprise you and shock you. So be careful about getting too attached to people who you don't really know, I want to say, because they might be better than some people, but I feel like they're not necessarily as good as they seem. Like you might be shocked by who they really are. Like they might not be as sweet and lovely and perfect as they seem. So do be careful about, going too far with people you just met and not asking all those searching questions or keeping your boundaries for longer, I want to say, like with friendships and relationships in general. It feels like not very good to be too open too soon because you can cause maybe like too much attachment with someone. But also I do feel like it's good to be a bit open and not pretend to be someone you're not, and also not really allow yourself to be taken with people when you don't really know them, like based on just the surface appearance. Because I do feel like that may have caused you guys disappointment in the past. Like you've got really interest in someone and maybe brought them around you only for them to like crumble your whole world because they're not really compatible with you and you can't really trust them. So I feel like it might be good for you to like push more people away, but make sure that you have a bit of time for the people you are daydreaming about to get to know them a bit better. Because I feel like you might have an idea to talk to somebody and you're just like nervous. It feels like too much. It feels scary. And you're stopping yourself because you maybe are used to people not being the kind of people you like. But I feel like it's important to do the healing and the removing of like the bad relationships from your surroundings so that you can imagine a better outcome with the person who's maybe like your dream person or something. But I do feel like for some of you just need some independence right now, and you need time to be able to like manifest your ideal friends or your ideal colleagues or your ideal relationships with people. It just feels like you might want some space right now because you might have too many people in your environment right now. I'm hearing for some people like too many friends, too many people who want your attention, too many romantic potential partners or like sexual partners, and it feels like they're not really all compatible with you on a soul level. So try and be honest, try and be really honestly like brutally honest with people. I feel like you do need to be brutally honest with a couple people. And also when you meet new people, I feel like you should be honest and not like invite them to your house immediately or invite them to meet your parents immediately, but do be yourself. Don't allow yourself to pretend you like them when you don't. Like if you don't find them attractive, you might want to be blunt and say, I'm really happy that we had this date, but I'm just going to be honest and say I don't see this working out long term, but I wish you the best and I'll say goodbye here. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys now, but I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you'd like a personal reading to find out more information about relationships or anything else, you can find the details below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Apatite. Let's see what cards you have. From the Secret Language of Animals Oracle, you have Elephant, Honor, Empathy, Responsibility, Cooperation. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Power and Intention. From the Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians Oracle, you have Apollo, Divine Messages. From the Good Commentary, you have the Three of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Three of Wands. I'm seeing you guys need to be very decisive in your relationships right now. It feels like you've suffered some heartbreaks and some hurt, maybe like 3 significant heartbreaks and breakups, or people who've disappointed you, people who've snaked you, people who've let you down, people who've been talking behind your back, and maybe like bad friends, or it could even be like disappointments with things that are like more minor, but it's just kind of stuck with you. And I feel like you might need to be a bit more serious about how you take people in the future, and more significantly cutthroat with people. I want to say, like, you might need to let some people go. You might need to, I want to say, be a bit of a cold person when it comes to certain relationships. It feels like you're not needing to have like fake friends or hangers on or people you can't trust. And I do feel like there's certain people that have hurt you beyond repair. Like, you can't forgive these people, you can't turn the other cheek, and it doesn't make sense to you because your future would be better without them. And I want to say you need to guard your future from these people following you or being with you or continuing with you. There's something I read once, it's like before you get successful, you might have to cut a lot of people off, like before you get really, really successful. Because there's certain people that just want you for money, or they want you for what you have, and they will try and leech off of you, and it could completely destroy the potential you have in your future if you keep certain people around. This one really feels like more friendships and career, but I do feel like there's people watching for love, and it's like, say you have the wrong partner, it could just completely destroy your career. Or yeah, like for men especially, you know how child support works in most countries and things like that. It's like taking the wrong partner into your future. It could cost you your business success and your money and your retirement savings fund and your reputation and all kinds of things. And I want to say you guys should act with the utmost of moral code and integrity, because it feels like if you've done things which you know are really hurtful to other people, it's kind of one of those ones where you can't be mad at them for doing it to you. But if you have behaved with the utmost integrity and moral code, and you've been above board with everything, and you've been responsible, and you've been honest and faithful and trustworthy, then you deserve better than those kind of people who hurt you. I feel like for some of you, you might realize you were the one who hurt people, and I feel like you may need to be very disciplined with yourself in future to not do that. Because otherwise I feel like there's something prevented from happening in your future. It's like, say if you've been engaging with like casual hookups and you kind of like trick people into it, like you pretend you want a relationship and you leave them heartbroken. I feel like you might find someone does that to you in the future, 1. Or 2 is like you would have a really amazing partner who's like loyal to you, but you don't deserve it because you've like hurt too many people. So I want to say use your mind and try and be cutthroat and use your third eye and be not blind in relationships. Like, try not to let people fool you again. I want to say, like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, I must be a freaking idiot and I need to learn from the mistakes I keep making. So I feel like for some of you guys, like, you need to stop forgiving someone, or you need to get less forgiving in general. You also need to be more stoic, I want to say. It feels like you've been hurt a lot, but it's not going to stop you in the future. Like, you need to get focused on your own future and get out of the heartbreaks you've received. And not let that affect you, and not let that confine you to certain situations. You need to get serious about what you want and not let other people affect you or distract you or matter to you even. I honestly feel like for you guys, you need to be like a bit of a bitch or a bit of a dickhead almost. Like, honestly, like, you don't need people. You don't need their energy around you. It feels like you do need to say goodbye to some people and protect your heart from further pain and misfortune and suffering. And I feel like you need to have your eye on certain people around you who you can't trust. Like, if you're asking about a specific person, I do feel like they may be someone who you honestly like fight with sometimes, and they hurt your feelings. They might say things that you can't forgive them for. And I do feel like you need to have your eye on them to not let them ruin your future for you. And you might want to, like I said, like, block them from being part of your, I'm hearing your family in the future. Shit then. Well, I hope you guys come for a personal if you need it, because it seems like quite a serious one. But I want to say you've got this. You've got it on your own. I'm saying for someone, you're a king and you can hold your own crown. You don't need others to shine it for you or make it look shinier. Like, you on your own is more impressive than you surrounded by a group of fake friends, or you on your own is better than you with a fake partner that you can't trust, who keeps breaking your heart. Like, you'll be stronger on your own, and I think it will teach you a lot to like separate yourself from bad people and your feelings about things even, and just get straight about what you want in your future and plan your own future how you like it, and not think of other people anymore. Like, don't plan it around other people, plan it on your own, and yeah, focus on what you're passionate about. And I want to say, for someone, there might be a communication you need to make that you've been planning to make, like a message to send. And I feel like you need to think about what to say, because it feels like you do need to be like above board with everything. And it could be a message to say goodbye to someone, like a breakup message. Not sure if someone's like seeing someone long distance and they're not very trustworthy and you don't really like them that much, and you're receiving messages all the time that you need to get rid of them. I want to say it'd be the honorable thing to just like write them maybe a message even. Like, I don't know if you even need to call them. It might not be that serious. But yeah, I feel like for you to open up your own future for better relationships, there's people in the way. There might be one specific partner in the way, like a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a friends with benefits, a hanging on friend, or a family member for somebody. It's a bit more serious if it's a family member. Sorry about that. But yeah, come for a personal if you'd like one. The information will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you found this useful. Leave me a comment. There's also a PayPal donation link if you found this really, really useful. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and you can check out the other content on my channel. There's a whole relationships playlist if you need a bit more advice. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you who chose the Angelite. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Language of Animals Oracle, you have Earth, physical body, grounding, nurture, cultivate. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have honesty and communication. From the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians Oracle, you have Mother Mary, emotional healing. And then from the Good Karma Tarot, you have the Queen of Cups, the Emperor, and the King of Coins. I feel like there's like a specific person who's like very generous and helpful and trustworthy for you in your life right now. Or this might be you being it for yourself. You might need to be kind of like a standout example of a person just for yourself, maybe not even for anyone else, but like your best friend to yourself kind of thing. I want to say for some of you have some healing to do on an emotional level, but it feels very comfortable for you. Like, I feel like you're managing well already. And I feel like you're doing very well in your relationships on the whole in general already. It feels like for the most part you're in control, and you know what to say and when to say it, and you know what to do and how to do it. I feel like you might be someone who's very in demand and very attractive to a lot of people. And I feel like you may want to be selective about who you let into your space, but still friendly with people and still charming to people. I just feel like you may have quite a lot you want to protect, because it feels like you are very impressive to people and you deserve like only the highest quality people. If you are in a relationship already that's the one you're asking about, it feels like you and your partner are very compatible. And I feel like you may want to, for someone, it's like you may want to focus on doing like the more masculine role in the relationship right now. Like, you might want to lead things and like lead the communication and try and do things to charm your partner and please your partner. But also I want to say you might want to do the feminine role at the same time, like being, again, like communicative and gentle and taking care of things and trying to help your partner. And I want to say, think about your role in your relationship. Like, are you the masculine usually? Are you the feminine usually? Which role makes sense to you? You and your partner might want to talk about who does what, who pays for what, or like who's in charge of this and that. Maybe you have like a non-traditional relationship. Like, I'm seeing there's someone who's like a feminine watching, like you identify as a feminine, but your role in the relationship right now might be the masculine, but your partner is like still the masculine, and it feels like your partner might not be as masculine as they need to be right now. You might want to have a communication with them about that in a gentle way, where you can like restart your feminine role in the relationship. I'm sorry for that random message. If you are a masculine, I feel like you might want to focus particularly on your role as the provider and how to help people and how to better provide for yourself and therefore better provide for others. And part of that might be taking care of your soft side, your feelings, your emotions, and little things like your appearance and things like that. Especially if you're trying to attract a partner, I feel like you might want to really focus on that. Because if you're a man and you're alone, I want to say, like, for a specific man watching, like one or two men watching, you might be finding you're really on top of everything and you're doing really well. But like the only woman in your life currently is your mother. And it's like you have charm for your mother, but you don't have any lovely, soft, feminine lady to have like balance you and do things like take care of your garden or make your house nicer or just like help you with small things. Like some of you might need just like small feminine influence in your life. And it might be time for you to start talking more openly with a feminine in your life or something along those lines. There's a lot of different random messages coming through. But yeah, I do feel like for somebody watching, you might want to attract a more desirable mate or attract a mate. And I feel like it's important to focus on how you smell and the clothes you're wearing and the sort of outfits you're wearing. I'm hearing for someone they have like a pinstripe suit and they look really good in that. For someone, it might be more like dresses and feminine clothes and interesting outfits that draw people's attention. And I do feel like you're in control, and I feel like you should remember that you're in control. Even if you are the feminine, like you control which people you have let have access to you. Like you don't just have to go along with the flow all the time. You can sometimes maybe like suggest a date or suggest things to your partner, and I feel like they won't find it rude or insulting. Like I feel like you can make them happier and improve their universe by making small suggestions in a non-bossy way. And likewise, if you're like the masculine in the relationship, I feel like you can also maybe like exert more of your opinion in quite a delicate way. This pile feels like you need to have the right balance of like the masculine and feminine roles in relationships. In terms of like taking care of people and being a healer and being gentle and knowing how to talk to people, but also knowing when to like maybe tell someone off or to exert your opinion in a way that is like a bit more forceful or a bit more strong, and also when to be the provider versus when to allow people to provide for you. It feels like one of those things to figure out with your partner or on your own or with the specific relationship you're in. There is like something coming through about what role you're playing and when. And I feel like for the most part, the relationships you have around you and the one you're asking about, it's like very solid and stable. And I feel like you can trust this person, I want to say, or the people you're asking about. It feels like they're trustworthy and stable and a good influence overall. So yeah, I feel like this one is kind of like you can go with the flow a bit, but you can also exert more of your opinion and be more strict and be more strong. But anyway, I feel like this reading's not really much to say because it feels like your relationships are going very well and you're compatible with people. So overall, I want to say congratulations on your situations that you have going on. And if you'd like a personal reading, then please feel free to come to me. The information will be below. If it didn't resonate at all, please feel free to watch another group, or there's a whole playlist of relationship readings on my channel. So your answer might have already been answered in a previous reading. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.